Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible to not keep it very long, but I want to talk about this issue with this migrant or refugees people coming in masses in Europe. Before saying what I have in mind, I would like you guys to watch a little bit of this clip. It's a clip from one authority from Kuwait. I think they've been asking him why is the rich Gulf country like Kuwait, Saudi Arabia or Qatar are not receiving the refugees from Syria or Iraq. Please watch the video and then I'll come back to give what my comment.
الكويت ودول الخليج غالية ومكلفة ولا تصلح لعيش اللاجئين، تصلح للعمل. عندهم مشاكل نفسية أو عصبية أو عندهم تروما.
Despite providing significant financial and humanitarian help to people affected by Middle East conflicts, the Gulf states are keeping their borders shut. Since the war in Syria started in 2011, Kuwait has accepted just 17 refugees, the United Arab Emirates 16, and Saudi Arabia only 4. Now, Saudi Arabia is putting up a 900-kilometre razor wire fence along its border with Iraq. There are also underground movement sensors capable of triggering silent alarms. Ali Al-Ahmed, the head of the Institute for Gulf Affairs, says it would be much easier if countries like Saudi Arabia took in refugees. But that's not what they're interested in.
Okay, as you have seen there, we saw this leader, this officials from Kuwait, or I don't know if it's Saudi Arabia or Kuwait. Okay, I think from Kuwait. He says that Kuwait and the other Gulf cooperation countries are valuable to accept any refugees. And then he also said they don't want people that suffer from internal stress and trauma in their countries. As you can see there, it doesn't have any remorse for the people who are fleeing the war. But then we have to ask ourselves the question: why the neighbor who is probably from the same religion than people who are fleeing there, who have probably the same language with them, who probably look like them, but why are they not? They don't want to let their brothers, let me, if I can use the term brothers, who are fleeing, who are running from death to safety. We have to ask ourselves the question: why is it going on like that? So I'm gonna come back to Europe, because this video I'm making it for European. As you can see on this picture there on the screen, it says refugee welcome, stop racism. Okay, from my understanding, that means that people who do not want to welcome the refugees are racist, so they have to stop the racism. Okay, let me go into this logic. This, first of all, refugees. You are saying that refugees are welcome. Refugees should be welcome in, let's say, in any democratic country, or any country that's really, in any democratic country. Let me just be short, because my English is not that good. In this case, you have to find out what you call refugees, because I think you don't understand what's going on. Let me explain a little bit, because I hope there should be some European who are watching that know little about the system. I also don't know much, but I have an experience. I have experience, and I can explain a little bit of what's happening. That a refugee, it's normally a person who's fleeing his country. There should be reason. There can be, and those reasons should be. There should be like really good reason for him to leave the country. There can be persecution from the government, or is persecuted because of the race, or no, let's say race, or let's say the sexual orientation, or or there is a disaster in the country, but then the government cannot help him or something, or he cannot get help from his government. In this case, we're talking about people who are coming from Middle East. At the moment, we're talking about people coming from Syria, people coming from Iraq, people coming from Afghanistan. But from the picture that we see, from the videos that we see, because I haven't been in Hungary, I haven't been in Germany lately, so I don't really see. In Sweden, I don't know because I haven't been in Malmö, because a lot of them are coming into Malmö. But I can see there is a lot of male. First of all, there's a lot of guys, like male, like between 20 and let's say 35. You know, there's a lot of strong men there. I've seen children, I've seen women. But then we have to ask ourselves, are all those people coming from Syria? Because there haven't been any, let's say, some of those people have refused to be identified, you know. So are all of these people refugees? And the other thing is, these people are coming from, they are entering from Turkey. Like, let's be honest, let's not lie, because the media, the mainstream media is not telling the truth. We know for a fact people who are like in Libya, let's say Libya, because there's a lot of people also are going they're going into Europe from Libya. They like Libya and Turkey. It's usually people who are looking for better life. Let's say that, because it's not always people fleeing the war. They're looking for better life and they want to get into, let's say, Europe. There's usually human traffickers that they get money from people so that they manage to get them in a boat, because people coming like that, they just don't organize boat and go. They are human traffickers that are getting paid a lot of money. I know it, and it's a fact, and I know that the government knows that, although there isn't a lot of truths said about the situation. Maybe to get the sympathy from people, yes. So there are human traffickers involved in this thing, who are getting people from Turkey to, let's say, Greece. Then when they get to Greece, nobody checks if they are really Syrian, or if they are, you know, they are coming from, let's say, from the zones in Iraq that have problem or stuff like that. They just let them, now at the moment they just continue, or they find laws, they don't want to respect it, they go through, they want Germany, they want Sweden. But I've been told, or I think even the definition of the refugees, do the refugees choose countries to go when they are already in a safe country? I don't think so. When a refugee is starting to choose where they should go, it means people had already ideas, you know, they already have like a goal, you know. So that's the reason why I'm sorry, I might be exaggerating, but I think that they could be 50% or more than 50% people into among the people coming at the moment who are not in the term of refugees, not refugees. But if we can use the term migrant, I think that could be better. I will leave that point there to not be too long. But then the racism thing, because I see on this picture they say stop racism. I know for a fact that they are very, excuse for the voice, they are extremists, like right-wing extremists that are taking this opportunity. Yes, we know people who are racist are taking this opportunity, but there are people who are not racist but afraid of preserving their culture. In what sense? If you are a country, let's say, of a population of 5 million, let's say it that way, or you are like, for instance, like Sweden with 9 million people, and then you have to get, let's say, 100,000 people, or let's say 300,000 people every year. Those people, you have to give them like, let's say, permanent resident permit, like Sweden is doing. And then those people, when they get permanent resident permits, they have a right to bring families. And you don't know how big is their families, how many children they have, and blah 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 blah. And you know the number, when you have to see that in the long term, there should be a big number of people coming. And let's be honest, let's not lie to each other. You're going to get a big number of people who are culturally different from you. And the worst thing is, most of us who are from the third world, because I'm also from a third world country, although at the moment I have other status, but I'm also from the third world country. who don't want to learn or to adapt themselves into the society where they are coming. Most of us, we come to Europe and we think we are here, we want to have a better life, but we also want to keep our culture intact. What I mean, there's nothing, I don't say that these things, there are wrong things with our culture, no, but there's a lot of wrong things in our culture as well. Not everything is we do it's good, because if everything was good, people could have been coming to our continent or to our countries, but we are the one that's coming in the West because we know that the West is it's good or it's better for people in our position. So we getting millions of people that are coming who will refuse to change, and country like Sweden, for instance, who are very open to multicultural society, and Swedish people are very laid back, but they will get people who are not laid back people who usually want to impose what they're thinking or their mind or their way of living. I'm trying to see how this will work in the long run. So there are people who are afraid that, no, I don't want my country to change. I don't want my country. I don't want to worry about people who are not who won't accept me as an atheist, because I will tell you, in the society where I come from, if you say you are an atheist, people will really, you will lose friends. You might lose your job. In some extent, they will kill you because they will use a term of witch or whatever they use to qualify people who do not believe in God, because automatically people not believe in God, they are witches, they are witch or whatever. So that's the truth. And to be realistic, I'm not going to blame a person who are afraid of getting a mass or million of people who will treat him as evil, for instance. Let me just take it that way. I'm not people might think I'm exaggerating things, but I'm not exaggerating. I'm just taking the things the way they are. On that point, I think we mustn't call those people racist, because I am not white and I'm saying it. If you will call me racist or whatever name you want, it's up to you. You've seen the video that I've played before. The official is from the Gulf, and the guy might be Arab, he speaks Arabic, so he refused to take people who are Arabic in his country. They refuse, they don't want them. Is this guy racist? You have an answer. So please stop it becoming, when I came to Europe, I was more a left guy, but I'm starting to feel like the left is becoming more like a church, like where we have a faith, we just have to believe on things without starting to question some things. So it doesn't, when coming to this point, when coming to people of other races, or when people of other races are doing a mistake, it seems like white people has tendency to hide it, to not speak about it, and let these people with their mistake, you understand? But they speak when it's another white person, but at the same time they are not helping, especially if these people are living in a European country, because if you keep quiet, you let them continue in doing bad, and they get to heaven for doing bad things, and you people are staying quiet. So this is where I am not arguing. I don't agree with this anymore. So I'm very against them generalizing everybody who do not want refugees to be called racist. But I know there are a lot of racists who are also involved in people stopping the between the quotes refugees. So the thing is, to make it short, I would like to say this. We have to be very careful. People living in Europe, we have to be very careful. The TV is not telling us the whole story. It's not telling us the whole story. The people that are coming in, from what we see, are not respecting the protocols, what usually happens, because it seems like they keep on fighting the police. They keep on fighting whatever barrier. I know everybody wants a better life, yes, but when a person from the beginning already breaking or not listening to the police, we're going to have a state where we'll have millions of people who won't listen to the law. And when people don't listen to the law, it's where you're going to have people breaking the law. And most of people who are coming into Europe are having expectation. And I am 100% sure a lot of them will get disappointed, because they will have to work hard for the living. They will have to work hard. And a lot of them won't adapt to that. And if a lot of people don't adapt to that, they will either stay on the welfare, if they will be on the country of the welfare, or go into crime, because people want to get better money or better life, and easily also. And again, most of the people that we see on the videos are young people. It's not like old people and women or kids. No, a lot of young, strong people, like between the 20s and let's say late 30s. I've seen a lot of them on the pictures that I see, although I haven't been in Hungary or Germany. So to be honest with you guys, please stop the nonsense of calling everybody racist. When there is a problem, you have to tackle the problem. And letting people, millions of people going in, you're gonna invite another million people, because everybody want to come to the West. So because you made your society appealing to other people, and you have a reason why you did it, you know, it's the way you're thinking, it's the culture that you are having, that makes the society. I'm talking about the West Europe. I'm not talking about the East Europe, because the East Europe is another story. I'm talking about the West Europe. But you have to preserve what the society that you made. You understand? It's not the best society, but for me, for a person like me who believes on the fair life of everybody, I think the European system is the best. I think it's the best existing at the moment. And I'm talking about, let's say, the Scandinavian system. Scandinavian system. So please, it's really paining. It's really painful to that in 20 years or in the years that will come, we won't be able to see our children having the same life that we're having now. Because everything is destroyed by the culture, it's destroyed by the way people are living. It's not an individual. Because if it was an individual problem, as you think, the third world country will be better after they remove leaders. But you've seen, after the leaders removals, the situation has got worse, because it's the same system coming back. It's the same. We have a certain way of living that makes us suffer the way we suffer. Although we know there's always like, oh, there is a superpower that comes, but if superpower comes, it's because we're allowing them. It's because the way we live, we're allowing people who see our weakness to come and do whatever happen to it. So that's why I don't take that nonsense of saying that no, the West should also carry a burden of what's happened to the third world country, or let's say, or the country in the war at the moment. I don't take that as adults, as men, as women, as I don't know. We should have protect our country, but not fleeing in the masses as we are doing at the moment. Because at the end of the day, if everybody comes to Europe, Europe will change. It's the truth. It's not propaganda, it's the truth. Everybody wants to do it. And now with this problem in the borders, there will be more million of people coming. And this is not the end of it. It will continue. And I'm sorry, because sometimes people will say, no, you don't see the kids dying dying like the picture of that kid lay on the beach. It was very painful to see a child. It's very painful. No one wants to see that. But there will be more children exposed on that same situation, because they see that, oh, those other people make it. They will want to come with the children. And what will you do? Maybe you should just go to Turkey and Lebanon and issue visas. Give people visas to get to the plane and come to Germany or to come to Sweden. Do that. I think that's the best way. Don't stay there and say, no, we can get, there is no limit number of people to come in. Then it means people who are there, they are making sure they go in. They are making sure they go in. That's why we're seeing what we experience at the moment. So we really need very intelligent politicians. And I'm starting to see that there's a lot of some of our leaders are starting to sound like church gurus or something. So it's becoming very scary that there's no more logic on the thinking or on the talking of people. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video here. I will make another one to discuss other stuff. So please subscribe on this channel, and let's get in touch next time. Bye.